Hello, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. Let's speak with this man, Howard.
Greetings. I am Cranley Hubert. Oh, come now. Sure. Ha! Ask me a real question, why don't you? The answer is correct. Time for a real challenge. Name the first king of the dwarves.
Tenax.
Clearly you have had some modicum of education in your time. One final question. Answer this correctly, and you can consider yourself a scholar on par with yours truly. Fail, and I shall have to show you my door. The Sorcerer King from times of yore, Brachus Rex, had a twin. What was her name?
Cassandra.
Well. I must confess, your knowledge is impressive. Please, allow me to invite you to join me in my private chambers for further intellectual discourse.
Sure.
Excellent. Please, come along. Quite simple, once you know the trick. You place a book onto the pile, and a hatch at the back of the fireplace is unlocked. Go on down. I'll be right behind you.
Well, this obviously seems like a trap, so what can go wrong?
Beyond my sanctum, true intellect flourishes best in the dark, don't you think?
Not really. How do you read in the dark?
My sanctum, my intellectual womb, my palace of the mind. Welcome, and make yourself comfortable. Pray tell me, what's the darkest, most delicious nugget of knowledge you've come across in your time?
With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, Cranley glances from you to some nearby skill books, rare ones. He raises an eyebrow. Impress him, and we might win a prize, it seems.
Though the Void Walkers aren't true monster, but the remnants of an ancient higher race that now seek restoration.
Cranley Hubert's eyes bulge with amazement.
Do you have anything to offer in return for this knowledge?
Oh, I do. And please, let's not be so formal. Down here, call me Gigi.
Okay, Gigi.
He gestures absently for you to select from the skill books as your reward. It seems that the poor fellow is quite taken aback by what you told him. Without another word, he wanders away from you, deep in thought.
Stunned and petrified, no longer. Oh my, level 20. Doesn't give me critical chance, but you know, it's only 2% and I'm marking now. Okay, that's Kingcraft is an amazing skill. If I want to now purchase it, I know this and this. Definitely taking this then.
To think that some people value baubles and trinkets over books. Absurd.
I still have bony fingers. Okay, I'm keeping you. Let me give those to Ifan. I do need a better everything, honestly.
Fasten tight.
At least I can unlock this.
So many books in such little time.
It's fine.
To think that some people value baubles
Thunder
and
Rune.
trinkets over books. Absurd.
Artillery plant, nice. Hey Gigi, do you have anything new to tell me?
Cranley Hubert barely notices you. He is utterly engrossed in his thoughts, his brow furrowed.
Could have at least had a candle next to yourself, so it doesn't look that weird. Your library is underground. I don't mind. I'm just saying that it's weird.
Hefty volumes these are. I shall need to commission more shelving from the carpenter.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Let's go to the House of Echo and unlock that chest.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll...
You have to destroy some of those chests. Oh, apparently not this one. There you go. You got burned, but you're fine. I guess it's acceptable go here. There you go. That does look impressive, doesn't it? There you have it. With either sophist, geomancer, it's not that good. Just add 2 wares. We have quite a lot of wares that we need to get rid of. Set is cursed. Yes, he does look awesome as a mage. With a hat. There we go. And I'll talk to him and see if he has any persuasion skills that I can use.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Something you wanted?
I doubt it, really. Let's take a look. Constitution, Scoundrel.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Mage boots, I need to slipping. Gives you 3 strength, this thing.
I'm growing
No one's
soft,
ever
aren't I?
regretted having extra help in a fight.
Strength, Huntsman, Geomancer, Intelligence 2. Mine is definitely better. I'm keeping it. On retribution. Damn it.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed Magisters. Didn't even let them surrender. Too loud.
Dubious Flyer. To the lucky claimant. If you are holding this matter, you are already proven yourself a capable student of the spy craft. Now it's time to take the next step. You can find me in Arcs, along the docks behind the toy seller's house. Keep your head low. See if he has anything for me actually. I mean, I am stronger than him. Level 19 is definitely better than most of the other guys. Don't know what's the max level in this game. Considering how short the last part was, I am assuming... That was this guy right here. Oh, go on. Found your letter.
Keeping quiet. Is there more on your mind?
Whatever, we have nothing for you. Well, let's climb this, see where this leads. And I must remain wary. Okay, and up we go.
Alarm! Alarm! Intruder!
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity.
Alarm! Alarm!
You're not supposed to be here. Just what do you think you're doing?
You're hiding something.
The only thing I'm hiding is my desire to teach a trespasser a lesson, and I'm doing an increasingly poor job of it. Now answer me.
You should have kept this secure.
You're nothing but a rotten interloper. I won't
Ow. Curse fire. Should have asked me. I had some persuasion, not persuasion 6 mind you, but still.
Kill intruder!
Yes, Pain is that powerful. Cloth gloves. They're basically the same gloves, but wider. A wooden figurine, stuff. Replenished source. Papa Giovara. I know you've never thought much of my endeavors in the war to pay, but at least I have done something which you can be proud of. I, your son, I myself designed the most important parts of the Cathedral of Arcs, including the Path of Blood. The city finally has use for the playful spirit, and I rose to the occasion. If you ever visit, you will know there is something of the family, Sanders. The last long after we ourselves are gone. Your son, Sanders. A linen blouse. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Ah yes, it looks absolutely atrocious. A pillow. Leggings. Toy sword. 50 damage. That's a strong sword.
Hello? Would you like to play?
Easy to kill, really. Scrap that. No, I have nothing against this guy being dead. He didn't sell anything and he had some nice loot which I perhaps would have never found.
Hello? Would you like to play?
Was not even a critical hit. He just killed him. Can you lockpick this, please? You say you can. This lock
The
cannot
desk
be.
is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment.
You've read about designs such as this. A password must be written on the black parchment in order to unlock the desk.
You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment.
Sanders.
The black ink turns blood red as it touches the parchment. A burst of energy shoots out from the desk and shocks you.
Painting of Alexandar. Yeah, let's try again. Don't die this time, please.
The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment.
We'll try later. A sheet of paper. Do you have anything there? No.
Note the blood.
Well done, Fade. The 7 gods were still young when they decided that each of them should have their own race. They were wrong, of course. Painting evolution. This guy must really like the divines.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Drop his armor kit. Playing cards, toys, pictures. Hey, take the nails. They're always good to have. There's a chest here. A lamp, take it. Oh, it's like having lamps. The origins of Lucian. Okay, let's try with Lucian as a password.
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, you take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then the black ink turns blood red as it touches the parchment. A burst of energy shoots out from the desk and shocks you.
Oh damn it, Fane. Not again. Let's try again.
The desk is locked. You take a nearby quill and dip it into the black ink turns blood.
resistant to that now. Yeah, I have to try this actually. Let's see if it's gonna work. Because I cannot rest, I'm going to wake Fane up once this reaches 0, and this as well. 3000 damage. It's more than I have. There you go. That certainly helps a little.
The desk is locked tight. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment.
Gayora?
The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Cool. Scroll of Atonement. Scratch the mouth wing parchment with a snake venom. This is the fabled Scroll of Atonement. With this scroll, your sins can be absolved in the eyes of the divine. What a piece of garbage. The eyes of the divine. Right, let's heal you. And you can heal yourself. And you're immune to earth magic, which means that if I wanted, I could do this. Oh. Okay. More dust. Take the tomatoes. So you actually smash tomatoes with your hammer. That doesn't sound insane. Okay, go downstairs. Still have more things to do. Kanye raises my intelligence. Cool. Oh, and the nails. You see nails, you just take them. Well, let's say it's closed for now. Still haven't found anything that can help me out with this. Let's cross the bridge, see if there's anything interesting on the other side at least. As the guy who sells jewelry next to the wedding, where we have been invited so graciously by an invitation from a woman who is drunk. Or the cathedral, which is on the other side here. The Black House, maybe later. Okay, let's crash the wedding. And I'm taking the cake, I don't care what anyone says.
Nature provides.
Was cheer the brand for the size of her nose.
Can go through here. Can't reach that.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
Can I enter?
Have you heard a word that I said? No entry. Now clear off. Move along there. On your way. This gate's to be kept clear.
What's going on past here?
None of your concern. If you've got business here, go to the main entrance around the corner.
Wait, that's not the main entrance. It has bloody lion statues next to it. The Lore Master House. Someone is insisting on his carriage being pulled by a wolf.
This place stinks.
It's a sewer. There is a sewer down there, filled with Voidwoken, I bet. Secret of the Dwarves. A collection of what seems a template wedding vows. Some mention love but require a few reads like legal contract. Flipping through it, we find one with 2 whole paragraphs of inheritance rights, cycled in red ink.
So much death on such a lovely day.
It's kind of their own fault, really. I can see one Voidwoken here. Oh, the cake.
Poison the cake. They're alive, and they look hostile. Time to play.
As we know, we are good with playing. Okay. Why don't you teleport right over here? No, not that. Which one was it? This thing? Yeah, go ahead. Toys, what can I say? And the guards did not let us.
What in doing it? Did you make this God's blessed mess?
Tell him about the ambush. Where did the cake come from?
It came from the doctor, with a letter of congratulation. It was truly a magnificent sight. But the wedding was cut short before we could ever slice it. Explosive wind-ups, you see. Voidwoken. Sabotage. You think someone had it in for our little lady?
Where is the doctor?
It's easiest if I show you. Let me see your map.
He shakes his head and whistles as he identifies the doctor's home on your map.
How do I have a map of everything? I mean, I was in a nameless island, undiscovered for millions of years, and I had a map there.
Look, I don't believe much in spooks and spectres, but if there was ever a house that was haunted, well, that's the one. They say almost no one gets in, and those that do, never come out. You're leaving already? A shame. This place is a disaster, and I could use a few extra hands.
Not my department. So, Cup, I can rob these people. Yes. Beer barrel. A mallet. 100 mace.
What's this? I found something.
I'm a very observant person. Unlike you, Thane, you and your 30 wits. 1,000 gold. Lots of wine. Sour key. Unusual looking brick. And a letter. Cord has conveyed. The sewers are hardly the ideal location, but there is more than enough space here to conduct my research. I remain blissfully ignorant, convinced that our plan is in actually hers. She may not be weak of body, but she's certainly weak of will. You can reach us through the cellar using the key I gave you, and remember, when selecting wine, choose the one that shares its name with a pig. It pairs well with the success, I hear. If you say so. Apple. Food! Plunder. Well, I'm hungry. Berry pie, apple pie, berry pie, grapes, watermelon. And of course there is a pizza here because it's a wedding. What wedding will be complete without a pizza? Constitution, -1 fitness, why not? I drank just one bottle of wine. Oh, I guess it's only 2 turns. Bottle of beer. Intelligence, lucky charm goes up. That's nice. Let's use this. Gives you 1 strength. Watermelon. Fire resistance. Really? Huh. Just eat it out a while you're cooking. You'll never get burned. Glass of wine. Strength. Throw this out. Water resistance, strength, physical armor, dodging. Strength. That also gives you strength. Mug of wine. That will send drunk for a few turns. And orange juice. Strength is up. Bottle of water. Water is very useful, you see. Okay, what else do we have? Giant poison ball. Something you'd like? Woven Royal Spear.
My lord, I beg your pardon, but the feast has been cut short due to active gods.
Oh, God hell, mate.
Can't say I know that face. You must be one of my husband's noble friends.
She tries to curtsy from her seat, but it's clumsy and awkward. As she looks up, you notice a pale pink shade in her eyes, along with a deep scarlet blush spreading across her cheek.
Blast! I was sure I'd got the hang of that.
Everyone seems pretty miserable for a wedding feast.
Who could be happy on a day like this? My beloved and I are finally together. But before we can even cut the cake, there's void woken everywhere. We barely made it in here alive. Thank Duna my husband is okay, though.
Voidwalk can only appear where source is used. What have you been up to?
Not up to anything. We're merchants, not mystics. If you want source, talk to Kem and his bloody paladins. They're the ones to blame. They're bad as the Black Ring, bringing this down on us. My sweet husband could have been killed.
What happened exactly?
It was beautiful. We said our vows, tied the ceremonial knot. The priestess was just finishing her sermon when these things appeared. It looked like they were wriggling out of the ground below us. And then they started killing. The priestess, my family, my friends. If not for the guards, they'd have got me too.
Okay.
Well, it's not like I have much else to do for the time being but chat.
I will take my leave.
The woman cries on.
Why, yes, thank you. Indeed, it would have been a beautiful ceremony for my Isla. Terrible tragedy, I know, and Uncle Paul so recently retired. Very good of you to come. Safe travels home now. Bye-bye.
Say it's a shame it all had to be cut short by the attack.
Yes, a dreadful affair. Void woken of all things, and my poor Isla on her special day. Now, I do wish you all the best, and thanks ever so much for making the trip.
What could the Voidwalken have? What could have actually attracted the Voidwalken here?
He interrupts you by introducing his palm to your face.
Be sure to close the doors behind you as you leave, which I trust will be any moment now.
I'll leave when I want to. You don't like being rushed. I don't like being rushed.
Oh, why, there's no rush. I'm simply inviting you to vacate my place of residence, and to do so with proper haste.
Are you packing for a trip?
You've been proven a friend to Duna's spawn. So from one friend to another, I say, get out of Arx. Leave it far behind, and never look back. I can't say why, but trust me, just do it.
That doesn't make sense. He was already in the middle of packing when you arrived.
All right. Look, just get out of Arx. Leave it far behind and never turn back.
Need more information here.
Say what you like. Do what you like. My lips are sealed. If Her Majesty found out Oh, shite.
Nice.
Mikhail bites his lip in an effort to keep it from flapping further.
We're both busy men. Why don't you get busy somewhere else while I stay busy here?
What a lovely piece of garbage you have here for a house. Okay. Lullabelle. That's weird.
You've come to serve, yes? Excellent. Bring me my slippers. Chop chop. Ah, yes. The servant returns. What say you, Pin?
I serve no one.
Ah, it's always so adorable when the peasants pretend they have lives of their own.
Painting. Why is there a pig with a crown here? Dorian Gum.
Hey! Hey! Psst. Over here!
The noble-looking dwarf beckons you to come closer.
I've heard tell of you before. You're that silver fang or something, right?
Yes, I am actually.
Whatever. Look, I know you're him. I know you can take care of problems. I've got just the problem for you. Very lucrative one. I need you to take care of my father-in-law.
He winks in an exaggerated fashion, squeezing one eye shut so forcefully it looks like his face just swallowed an eyeball.
And in return, what kind of payment do lone wolves seek?
Don't care about the gold or favors. What else do you have to offer?
I have a certain skill with alchemy. I could certainly teach you a thing or two. Of course, if you don't have the wit for that, I can see you richly rewarded in all manner of potions. They could grant you health, strength, or even love.
Okay, let's say that I have enough potions.
Very well. I think 5% should be more than enough compensation.
How about 10?
10? The man is a glorified grocer, not some bloody paladin. 6%.
Let's say 8.
You will take 7% or you will take yourself out of this house. And please don't assume that I need you. Time is a more reliable assassin than any cutthroat. I can wait. A shame. Still, should you change your mind?
Okay, who's your father-in-law? Mikhail Ross. He's upstairs, is he not? Is that strong enough to kill him in one hit? Let's take a look. do have some resistance to fire. That should help.
Prepare yourself.
There. That should help, my friend.
It's your mate.
Get out of the fire. Here within these pages lies the last will of the testament. What life it has been, and no companion more true to me than my own dear permanent Frigate. Therefore I bequeath, particularly, all of my worthwhile belongings, to she who has lit up my life the most, Lullabelle.
Wait,
Really?
he didn't leave a thing to his daughter. He bequeathed his entire estate to his pig?
Yeah, he's obviously a genius. Maybe I should kill the pig as well. Delusional fool. Dwarven stew, what do you do? Just curious. Doesn't say. Anyway. Nice. Potatoes. It's a fantasy world. It doesn't need to make sense. I can't find them. Carlson's Silly Book of Blanks. Let's take a look at this thing. And of course sell all the books we don't need. Anyway, let's talk to the guy.
These people don't seem well at all.
Oh, they all died of poison. Stone skin. Got some garlic.
This again.
Where's the jeweler?
Move along, party.
Yeah, party's over. That's where we'll go next, but first...
The dwarf is examining one of the goblets and carefully wipes a drop of wine from his finger as you approach. You notice that the green gems that cover the rings on his right hand are now all missing.
I take it you've taken care of our foul-mouthed problem.
Reach into your satchel and pull out the will. You've done your part.
Exquisite news. Give it here, and we can finish this messy business.
Wow, that's a lot of thumbs. Give him the will.
He snatches the paper from your hands and starts reading feverishly. His eyes grow wider and wider.
This must be a joke. It must be some sort of mistake. The pig? He left it all to the bloody boar?
The dwarf takes a step back, staring aghast at the dead bodies all around him.
All this? For nothing? No. I can start again. A clean slate. Just as long as they don't know I had anything to do with...
The dwarf stops mid-train of thought and stares at you. He seems to make a quick mental calculation.
Wait. Where the hell did that door in?
Hey, gods! What happened here?
The groom seems to have gone mad and killed everyone.
And yet, I find here only you.
Use your brain. These people were poisoned.
I won't question your words. Not for now. See that you don't give me reason to do so. Still, you should leave. If anyone else comes in, there will be more questions. And if you see our friend, please do me the favour of cutting his head off. Good day.
Right. It's a real shame. Well, I'll just take this chest and leave.
Justinia's dead father. Now that was a contract. Or so I heard.
Alrighty. Now we have another person we want to find and kill. Hey, well, then we're walking around for some time now. Do you guys have
What'll it be?
anything that gives you persuasion, please?
I serve all who seek aid, sir. As I promised, miracles at a modest price.
Last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Okay, come on. Persuasion, persuasion, preservance, damn it, bartering, thievery, constitution.
The paladins killed unarmed Magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Soul of a dragon.
Last time I checked.
I'm gonna purchase this.
Bodies in the streets. This
But
place
not
isn't free.
first. Shane, I'm gonna go back to the Hall of Echoes. This time you have personal. Oh, great. Keep forgetting which part of the ship I teleport to. Larkin?
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Something you wanted?
Bartering, leadership, come on. Amulet, Constitution and Lucky Charm. That's a level 15. Intelligence, hello. Persuasion. Bartering.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Might purchase this one actually for fame. It's not here. Anyway. First there is a chest I need to unlock. Alrighty. What was it? Persuasion goes to thievery. Lockpick this. Yeah, sure, you can hide a chest beneath the loose plank, why not? Let's go to bartering.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken.
Oh,
Something
by the
you
way, I
wanted?
forgot about... Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Let's go and do it before we actually start bartering. Oh dear. This is such a border. Okay, you'll be sewed, but I'm gonna sew you, not fade. You're fine, you're fine. Identify this, this, this. Earth resistance. Yeah, they look fine, yes. Identified as mace, we might use it. No, we won't. With summoning and summon. No, no, no. Okay, you can be stored on Lady Vengeance for now. With Scoundrel Geomancer. Strength, air resistance, necromancy, poison and bleeding is immune. Funny, we're not using that though. Gives you constitution, summoning, and inflicts chill on contact. And this will sell. Okay, let's go with bordering now. There's bordering on 7, persuasion on 2. Oh, that goes. Oh, you have an adorable little cake there.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Would you rush perfection? It will be ready when it's ready.
It's only 3,000 gold for all that. Actually, those are all books in one ring. Malviewed, thievery, constitution, intelligence. Do I need you? It does give you persuasion. Purchasing that definitely. Finally. Stone from the sun.
These Godwoken are going to be the death of me.
Okay.
I serve all who seek aid, sir.
What do you
As
have
I
to
promised,
offer?
miracles at a modest
Too
price.
loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
With 50% less, I guess we can
Bodies
purchase
in
you.
the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Okay. First, Faye. You're obviously going to equip that. So we'll store in Lady Vengeance. Definitely going to give you this, but you're gonna lose Lucky Charm. Okay, you can hold on to this. We'll take everything, no worries. Take this, this, this. Fine, I'll pay for this. Don't feel like going back to the ship. And this, I don't mind.
What a pile of junk.
Hey, careful there.
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine. I serve all who seek aid, sir.
Unarmed Magisters didn't even let them surrender. Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that? Arks is still a free city.
Okay, that's a level 19. It's weaker than mine, so I'm gonna keep one. It doesn't have constitution, so... So let's see, we are not gonna use you. Gives you only 2 strength. That does give you a lot of stuff, actually. So what? With Scoundrel Geomancer. Let's give you quite a lot of armor. Magic armor, I mean. Doesn't have any intelligence, so I'm gonna sell it. And the kinesis and leadership. And dodging. It's junk. Okay, and you? Sneaking in water resistance, earth resistance, hit points, immune to slip. I do need better boots though. Gonna keep you for a second more. What about you? Constitution, intelligence. Sell it. We're not using you. Is that a dagger actually? Yeah, it's a dagger. Dual wielding. We're not using you. Or you. Keeping you though.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Fire 60% resistance from leadership and from gear. Hey dude, I can keep that as well. Sort everything.
Do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that? Arks are still a free city, last time I checked. There's bodies in the streets.
Okay.
This place isn't free, not anymore.
Let's take a look. How strong is that thing?
It got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up.
You're confident? I'll give you
1000
that.
damage. Good. And he has a protection from fire. Let's start out on Lady Vengeance. We have this and this. Keeping both of them for now.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike.
Let's go to the halls of Echo.
We shall talk.
Get my persuasion up. Go convince this guy to let the girl go. And again, I am pretty certain that I can kill him if I keep trying and trying, but is it really worth it? Abilities, you're going down on bartering, going up on you, and Lore Master. Go! Teleport.
What a pile of junk.
Cathedral. Let's go to talk to Lord something.
You're confident? I'll give
I'm
you
gonna
that.
save before that.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed Magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Please help us. Please, you've got to help me. My wife, she didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to save lives, but no one will listen. Lucian's love. Thank you.
Utterly
Because I refuse to slaughter Magisters.
Because
You approach, but the paladin's icy blue eyes never move.
You are interrupted.
You can call this a...
The prisoner will be silent. We are beyond.
They were born a couple of...
At best, you are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence...
His icy eyes...
Step aside, stranger.
Explain that you are on his side. You're the one that sent the EO which warned him about the Magister and the Black Ring.
I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside.
Okay, let's try this. Yes!
Perhaps there is some truth in that. Very well. She will not die today.
The paladin looks at you as Kem turns away and silently mouths, "Thank you."
And the rest of you have your duties. Move.
Okay, I actually have to sell that as well.
Oh, by the divine, thank you. I'll never forget this kindness.
This gives you one leadership. This base is a two-handed weapon. I think I'm gonna keep the sword. Actually, which one is the most expensive? You. 300, 500? Yeah, sure. I can see that everything's going now.
Come on. Down you. Stop bleeding.
The paladin presses a wad of fresh bandages upon a steadily bleeding leg wound. For a moment, it seems to work, but then the bleeding suddenly gets worse.
Damn it.
Give her a healing potion.
My thanks. This is just what I need.
The potion takes effect, but then your ear catches the faintest sound of angry whispers, and the bleeding suddenly intensifies. The paladin claps her hand over the wound in an effort to stem the flow of blood.
What's going on? It looks like it's nearly stopped. Then it just starts again.
How did you get that wound?
One of the Magisters didn't know when he was beaten. Drove a spear into my knee. He should have aimed higher, though. I didn't give him a chance to land a second blow.
Hey, look, there's a healing potion right behind you. Damn Magisters. Purity of mind. Order of society, disciples of body, loyal to the divine. That's a lot of nonsense.
You there! Be sure not to obstruct Paladin business. We're to search this place top to bottom.
What exactly are you working for? And you didn't find a skull?
Search this place with a fine-tooth comb.
D is for Troll, that hunts down the bridge. Oh, come on! Don't move. Can't use. Search this as well. Combat that. Take that. Sure, take those as well. Yes, they didn't find this precious amulet, or they didn't care for it. Warden's report. Magister's letter. Croward, I know you like Quack and runs over the tongue of yours, but you need to keep yourself in check should Dallas come around. You remember Piven? He had a tendency to talk back just like you. Well, last time Dallas showed up, she brought the Verdemont character along with her. You know, the creepy fellow that's been teaching Alexandar. Pretty just couldn't keep the jokes to himself. Called Verdemont Hammer of Hooligan. Loud enough to everyone to hear. That was it. Verdemont snarled, waved his hands about the pity, burned from the inside out, until he was melting. Blue hot flames. He screamed to Dallas for mercy, but she just watched, smiling until he was no more. He got to be more than just some wizard, lucky thrower. He's so powerful, even the wise looked terrified when he was all over, so I'm telling you, be on your best behavior. You don't want Verdemont's next example, Gower. Oh, yeah, so that's who Gioria is. Ancient stone tablet. I don't know where I got this, but I think I can combine it. You know, it doesn't matter. When did I send that letter? Did I, or am I just taking the credit for it? I don't know. Stick with it.
It was you who sent us the war owl. Without you, the black ring-loving Magisters would still be in charge. I suppose you have earned the right to involve yourself in paladin business. Just this once.
Okay, give me your goat, no?
All this is thanks to you, you know. If we hadn't found out what the Whites were doing in the Black Pits, we wouldn't have known that they had to be stopped. I am in your debt.
What happened between the Paladins and the Magisters?
The Whites have betrayed the memory of Lucian in the most heinous manner. We'd had our suspicions, but you provided us with proof. Collusion with the Black Ring. So we acted to put a stop to their treason. The Order must persist. The Order must endure. The Magisters can no longer have power.
What did you find in the barracks?
Not much. At least not yet. Perhaps you'd have better luck, given your credentials. If the Whites were working with the Black Ring, and I believe they were not doing it here. The barracks are clean as far as we can tell. But White Magister Raymond was here with his people, and of them there is no sign.
I still haven't killed him. A shame.
But they must have left a trail. We will find them, wherever they are.
Do you know where Dallas is?
The Lord Dread is in the harbor. Of Dallas there is nary a trace, but rest assured, if she is here, we shall find her. Leave it with us, if you please. If the conspiracy with the Black Ring extends as high as the Hammer herself, she shall pay the price. I promise you that.
He seemed happy to execute one of his own.
She disobeyed orders. She knew the consequences. I expect she shall receive justice.
This is not justice. When one of your own disobeys orders, you kill him on the spot. You don't execute him in front of the crowd. Or if you don't want to kill him, you put it to a vote. Should she be killed by your own comrades? And if she is proven innocent, you lock her away for a week or so until she learns to obey orders. And then demote her. Or fire her. That's what I would have done. Anyway.
Enjoy the city, won't you? Arx is wonderful at this time of year.
Yes, I can tell by the corpses lying all around. Anyway. I am going to end this episode here, so thank you all for joining me, and I'm going to see you all next time. Goodbye.